Yes, once again, good morning, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are, all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra, streaming live through Radio Biafra London on this very fateful day, the 16th of the month of February, the year of Chukwuka Biama 2019. And so I should say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Radio Biafra Extra is streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo, from Abatete Province, Anambra State, Biafra land. The man who has constantly assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Beku. For over a decade, he take the grace and the anointing of Chukwuka Biama upon his life to see anybody that will come forth to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Nobody could do it until he came. He remains the one who commands the loyalty of the Biafran people across the world. It doesn't matter whether you are a Gala, Idoma, you are Agbo, you are Igbo. It doesn't matter you are Robo, you are Shekili, you are Ijo. It doesn't matter you are from Akwa Ibom, Obobura, Ugeb. It doesn't matter whether you are from Ugoja. As far as you are a Biafran, of course, not by association and assimilation, by blood, he remains our commander. And by the special grace of Chukwuka Biama, I am George Onibe. I'm from Abo, province in Biafra land, Delta State, Biafra land. And we all know we will not be able to get here. Most people do not understand that we are in the wilderness. Don't let your soul to be used inside this wilderness. Nobody should allow his or her soul to be used. Don't betray your brother. Watch over one another. Do not forget why we came out here first, in the first place. Proceed further until you acknowledge the one who created the heavens and the earth, the creator himself, Chukwuka Biama. Our leader will soon. He is the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. For in wisdom, in knowledge, and understanding, in matter both great and small, he remained the primordial influence that drives us. For he is the one that shapes the way ahead of us. This Chukwuka Biama. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma o, ịhụnanya anyị na-agị, obiọma gị, o juru anyị anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Once again, I welcome you, Biafrans. Without wasting much of our time, we'll go ahead to our topic this morning, which is simply, you must learn to keep faith in Okike. Biafrans across the globe, you must learn to keep faith in Okike. Of course, I remember when I joined Ipob in the first place, if not for the single fact that I know who Chukwuka Biama is, maybe some people would have been able to tell me otherwise. For this is the name I know my mother holds sacred among every other name you call your God. The moment she applies that name, Chukwuka Biama, I tell you, heaven and earth will pass away. You can never change her decision. And that is what brought me in Ipob. And when I heard our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling Chukwuka Biama, based on what I know from my mother, people who call that name are holy people. I don't know those who are calling that name now, just to be seen as one of us. We're in the wilderness. I want you to open your eyes. You must keep faith in Chukwuka Biama. I met a pastor who is actually an Igbo man, and pure Igbo man. And when we were discussing as clergymen, he told me that the point is, how can we be using idol name for God? I said, what do you mean, brother? He said, Chukwuka Biama is the name of devil. I say, I believe you are an Igbo man. He said, yes. I say, what does Chukwu mean in your language? He said, God. What does Okike mean? He said, creator. Then can you figure out what Abiyama mean? He was looking at me. I said, come and you will know me. When Moses confronted his glory, he said to him, come closer that you may know him. There is nothing he has decided other than we should come. He invites everyone. And so when I say keep your faith in Okike this morning, I'm only directing you back to the source, to the very source of your existence. The reaction coming from some of IPOB members in response to the decision made by IPOB leadership is disheartening. Believe me, if we pretend not to know how members of the indigenous people of Biafra feels, sabotage and a sincere member, we will not be sincere, we will not be telling ourselves the truth. But the beauty of it is that we as Biafran people do not condone evil. It doesn't matter who you are. You do anyhow, you see anyhow. That is the beauty of Biafran people. So if we come here and pretend that all is well, you know, everybody is okay, our leader just called, the leadership of IPOB just called off the election boycott, and then it's okay, it's okay. I would have thought all of you are monkey and babu. But no. People have to register their displeasure. People have to show, we just don't understand. It is normal. I told my father, having spent some 2-3 years in Lagos, in Yoruba land, I noticed their children was always bowing down, telling their daddy, Ele, Ekujometa. In fact, when Yoruba man mess, the son or daughter around will say, Daddy, Ele, Daddy. Ele for messing in public and polluting the whole environment. But it's their way of life. But that is not our way of life. As a father of a Biafran person, let me use Oma Mbara as a case study. An Ambra boy wake up like this in the morning, father just bend nyash one corner, come mess. Prrr. The father will say, Ele, or Daddy, Dalo. For what? The next thing you will hear coming from the mouth of that Biafran say, Daddy, here anymore, dear Oma, here anymore, dear Oma. If father say, are you stupid? He said, Daddy, rap or dear Oma. It's not because they disrespect their father. We'll tell ourselves the truth. And so this morning, I want to tell you, I personally, the same way you react, the way you react. I see the reaction coming from some of our members of the indigenous people of Biafra towards the decision made by IPOB leadership to suspend this oncoming fraudulent zoo election is disheartening. It reminds me about Moses when he was about to lead the children of Israel across the Red Sea. They met with 4 challenges that makes them lose faith in their God as well as their leader. Before then was mountain on the east, deserts on the north, rivers on the south, and finally the army of Pharaoh on the west. There were no routes for escape for them. So at that moment, they forgot the 10 miraculous plagues of the last hour and turned against Moses because they did not understand anything anymore. The night before the cross, the feast of the Passover, God has demonstrated his power among the Egyptians. For 9 plagues he has unleashed on them. And then in the 10th hour, he delivered the 10th plague. And he said to Moses, when I pass this very 10th plague, tell the people to get ready, for they must leave Egypt. And at that 10th plague, Pharaoh called all Israel and said, get out of my land. Go and serve your God. All of you, take your cripple, take your mad one, take the lunatic, take all of the everything, leave my land. And God said to the Israelites, do not leave. He said to Moses, tell the people to go back to the Egyptians and demand from them everything they desire. Do you know that the labor of 430 years the Egyptians paid that night? No wonder the Bible said that the night the Israelites left Egypt, they plundered the land of Egypt. You won't understand. No, you will not understand. But in the midst of all this miracle, these people who were slaves for 430 years plundered the city of Egypt overnight. because that salary was paid. When you see Nigerians exploiting us, you think they are going free somewhere along the line. They will pay for everything we have suffered for. Make no mistake about it. But that is not the area we are going this morning. When they got to the Red Sea, they couldn't cross the river because they were even carrying dead body of honorable Israelis. That is what they tell you. You think that is escape from your sabotaging your people. I swear to the Almighty Creator, that is just the beginning of it. Joshua was dead, but his deed was remembered. His dead body was even among. You think dead body can swim the river? And then they have an issue. On one corner, they have the Red Sea, a challenge to meet. On the other corner, if they want to follow the east, there is a Red Sea there. They decide to follow the west, there is a mountain there. They decide to go through the north, there is a desert there. They decide to go through the south, you have the Pharaoh army chasing after them. You know, men fear that which they do not understand. The people start agitating, as some of you men or little faith are agitating. What is the arrangement? What is the assignment? What is the endorsement? Why would they call it off? Why would they? They are mad people. You cannot articulate and obituarize and the carnal lock and know where we are going to. Everybody is yapping and jumping up and down. Some have BP, some have PB, some have even contacted HIV just because of election, a system that is meant to deliver you. Why don't you wake up and focus and see the reason? And the people turned against Moses. Does it mean he don't have enough grave to kill us in Egypt? That is why you are bringing us here to kill us inside the desert. Oh, Moses, God will judge you. God will judge you. But we know how you behave. The moment Moses parted the Red Sea, do you know what happened next? They now remember the Chukwukika Biama. That is when they begin to say, oh, who is like unto thee? Let me sing it in Biafra language so you understand it. That is exactly when they start singing. Unye de kage chimo, unye de kage netiti chinine, unye de kage idike ni maya ta. According to Asare Dokubo, ta. Must you believe him only when you see miracle? Don't you know, with or without miracle, that every process is a miracle? Biafrans will wake up. This is the same way you are reacting. A hard decision was given. You think George Onibe is happy to boycott this election? The last thing, or what I want in my life, is to see this zoo crippled before my very eyes. Totally dismembered, sent to the abyss. But it's not sentimental. It's not about how I feel. It's not about how I want things to work out. It's just about how I get to my destination. And my destination is Biafra. If I must pass the length and breadth of the British Empire to see my freedom, and then so be it. If we are to go to hell and come back and go to heaven, and then so be it. Just simple things. Some people are yapping and saying he has collected money, having this. We will talk that later. Have you ever wondered why it is said that men, no wonder they say men fear that which they do not understand? The decision to lift the ongoing selection, or is it election boycott, was given by IPOB leadership. Most of you don't get it. You just don't understand. So you become afraid and you agitate. And this gave room to critics of Biafrans to mock you. I personally believe that the sudden announcement should have made us have more faith, because it is said that our demand have been met. So many of us get confused as a result of the sudden change. But I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The broadcast of our leader, a brief broadcast to tell you that this thing is coming from IPOB leadership. Everybody must abide. It's supposed to give everybody joy and courage. Everybody's supposed to be happy. So finally, they have met our demand. Your concern should be, what are the demands they meant for? Your concern should be on the negative side. They will say, no, he has collected money. That is what your enemy is telling you. I pity that girl they call, is it Ogechi in America? Ogechi in America. I had over 9.2 numbers of people watching me. About 902 people listening to my broadcast yesterday morning. Ogechi, who is Igbo girl? You and 2 other Yoruba were the one that were insulting our people. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has collected money. And there are Biafrans in America and other places in the world. I remember one of them was challenging people in one forum. Why are they condemning Ogechi? Go back and listen to my broadcast yesterday and see what Ogechi did. I think Ogechi should be from Anambra if I'm not mistaken. But she's Igbo girl. She have been paid. Ogechi came into IPOB first of all as somebody who is with us. Ogechi, I know the fortune he made when they killed our people 20th January when we were rejoicing that Donald Trump has won as the president of America. Ogechi was collecting money from Biafrans across the globe that this money was going to be sent to help victims. Ogechi never relinquished this money to IPOB leadership because Ogechi has never been a member of IPOB leadership. I want you to go back on Facebook, my yesterday broadcast. You will see that if 100% insulted IPOB for the decision of IPOB leadership, you will see Ogechi Igbo girl is the one who was paid to do that. Why am I saying it this morning? You think it bothers me? Why am I saying it this morning? We are taking record of all of you. We are. I am George Onyibe. I'm from Abo. You people, we know why Elijah dead body have to wake up. Elisha dead body have to wake up. Even when he was dead. You will know. This has gone beyond any breed, any tribe, any nation. This no be say I be German, I be Igbo man. Now we get that. You are mad. You are stupid. You are hopeless. Because only kondononi boya kondonye onya boya kondonye ijoya kondo chane nyile. Odo hu ya adokpo nyile chane. You people wake up. But I won't digress further. I don't blame you because of what some of our past leaders has done, what they have done to us, in the lack of freedom fighter, in the lack of self-controlled fighters, in the lack of politicians. I don't blame you. Everybody in Biafra land is a suspect. I don't blame you. Some people say, are you sure our leader has not collected money? I don't blame you. Some people came that they are Mozob. They started fighting sincerely. All of a sudden, they start issuing tickets in motor park. They start demanding money for you to offload your container. As I'm talking to you, they are issuing you university degree when they don't have university. They are issuing you a plate license of a vehicle where they have not gotten a country of their own. As I'm talking to you, Biafra, Mozob have Biafran international passport when they don't have embassy. I don't blame you. Your reactions are okay. But I need you to be more mature because more surprise will come for you. I think they want to postpone the election. I will come to that. I don't blame you. There are people who say they are resource control fighter. Go back to Adakaburu, Elichie Martin. Go back to people like Obi Wali and Ken Saruwa. Go and ask Asari Dokobo and Tompulu. Every freedom fighter, wherever they are. Resource control fighter. What benefit has he yielded to their people? They become millionaire overnight, whereas their people remain in abject poverty. I don't blame you because you see all these things. I do not blame you because you vote these politicians in power. You think that they are going to do something for you. At the end of the day, they abandon you hopelessly. I don't blame you if you think IPOB is the same thing. We are whiter than white. We don't pretend to be holier than thou. We do not say we don't make mistake, but I tell you, every mistake we make in this platform will be for your advantage. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Believe me, all these people failed us. They failed us. But when it comes to the issue of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, these are the things I want you to know. One, we must not forget that he saw the need for our freedom and risked everything about himself. And I have never heard Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before. I just woke up one day and I saw somebody who I knew with the wisdom of God in my life that he was actually there for our freedom. I followed him. Because my father said to me, you must trust everybody until they give you the reason not to trust them. This is royalty. Somebody told me. If you like, be devil. If you like, be angel. If you come to my abode, I will trust you. Until you give me reason not to trust you. Then I will tell you how useless and hopeless you are. Who send you message? I send you message. Abi, you send me message. Our leader, Mazen Nandekano, when you know nothing about your freedom, when you have accepted this slavery, when you have been already beginning to polish the chains, the chain of your freedom, you have started polishing them. Do you understand what I mean? He came. He came, started doing what he's doing today. He came. He came. Do you understand what I mean? He came. And now we know what freedom is all about. He has shown himself to be upright in this journey for the restoration of Biafra to this very moment. He had all the privilege to collect money while in the prison, but he did not. We all have faith in him when he was in chain before now, in the hand of the zoo. And now what I'm saying tonight is not to make you feel that there is any issue. No, I care for how you feel. And I want you to be mentally strong and be ready for more is going to come. Some decision you will not understand. You will not understand and you will not be consulted. But know that we have one destination. I'm saying what I'm saying, not because how you feel really matters now. What matters is Biafran freedom. But I want to help you come back because some of you don't even know what is going on. We trusted our leader, Mazen Nandekano, himself to make the right decision for us while he was in chain. And you think now that is the throne of Afari Beku has been desecrated? That is when he's going to... How much do they even have to give to us that is not being stolen from our land? But I will come back there. We will get there. With this mindset, keep your faith in Chukwu Kikabiama also. Do you know what our people has lost because of Biafra? Can any money or resources actually buy it? Let's not be too fast to judge, condemn or criticize the decision of IPOB leadership because of what the enemy is saying based on what some have done before now. When I came on air yesterday, I told you what happened. Yesterday, I have received over 1,000 calls from our people telling me how they are being mocked. That our leader has collected money from the zoo government, and one of them has been hospitalized. There was no need for all that because agitation for the restoration of Biafra has not been called off. And now I think the problem is the grammar presentation. I thereby tell you that this election boycott have been suspended. Some people feel that Biafra agitation, restoration for the sovereign state of Biafra have been suspended. It's English. I don't blame you. But we can't speak all your dialects. It's English. Do you know that almost from the length and the width of Germany, that everybody speaks one language? But you don't know. These are some of the advantages the British government took, and they were able to undo us. I can't speak all your language. I would have helped you to understand English language better. Suspending the boycott, which actually attached with demand, is not, okay, there is no agitation. No, we're not talking about Biafra again, we will go back home. No, that is not it. There should be no need for that now, as this is just the beginning of the end. So empty your fears. Some people ask certain questions, which I intend to respond. And believe me, my concern this morning is for those who are faint of heart, those who are weak. I need to help them. One of them said, why must we call off this boycott at this point in time? We have to call off this boycott at this point in time because they are dancing to our tone. When I come on air, I constantly see, when our leader comes on air, he constantly see, when Mazuchi Mefo and others are on air, they constantly see there will be no more Nigerian election in Biafra land until the day of referendum is given. And now, if they have obliged to ensure that referendum is what we want. Now, let me tell you, don't think Nigeria will come and say, hey, we give you Biafra. If Nigeria give me Biafra, I will not be part of that Biafra. Because in the first place, Nigeria does not have capacity to give me Biafra. Peking know they share land for him, Papa. We demand for a day of referendum. This is dignity. That is what we want. Yoruba and Hausa come gather and I say, we therefore will now give you Biafra. I will not be part of that Biafra. Peking they share land, give him, Papa. This is a taboo in my place. We demand as a result, as a matter of dignity and honor, integrity. We demand that we make them know that we want this thing. We don't eat where we don't reap where we didn't sow. Have that at the back of your mind. Number two is that if it is based on demand, what are the demand? No, the demand is that they should give us 10 oil well. The oil well does it not belong to Biafra? Okay, no, the demand is that they should make Igbo presidency. Is it not our right to be president or Igbo or Niger Delta? Okay, no, the demand is they should give us a aeroplane. Is it not our right? What exactly are we going to demand that is not our right? That under normal circumstances we cannot have it. You think I also have more population than us? I give it to them, they have more landscape. But I tell you, only Biafrans in America alone, at number Hausa and Yoruba put together, when they come and deceive it, they say, no, Hausa plenty, Hausa plenty. Actually, somebody called me and said, do you know Hausa feed us? This is why people are fighting for Biafra. Have you considered how we are going to feed ourselves when Biafra is restored? And I asked the sister, I say, you may be right in what you are saying, but let's analyze it. What food does Hausa send to us? He said, granite. I say, one. He say carrot, 2, watermelon, 3. I think she was able to mention 5 things. And I asked her, out of these 5, which one have you eaten since this month? Have you taken granite since this month? He said, no. What about carrot? He said, no. What about watermelon? He said, yes. Okay, so it's watermelon you have been eating from the 1st of January to this very moment. She smiled. I said, I don't eat tuosikapa. I don't eat fura dinunu. I don't suck cow breast. I don't eat amala iwedu efo. I don't eat all those things. I eat akpu. I eat ofo kase. I swallow gare. You don't see how some way they plant cassava. They will go for Obaru. They buy and begin to push them for wheelbarrow after taking tramadol and give you false impression that they are the one feeding you. Have you seen any piece of plot in our salon where they are planting that tomato they sell for you? They are systematically, economically emasculating us, and people are not seeing it. So in your subconscious mind, you believe Hausa is the one feeding you. But let me not digress further. The third question they ask is, who signed the document? And who signed it? In your mind, you think you are wise. Yes, they should tell us. They should tell us after Raimbo Mado. You are not a Mado, you are Milu Milu. After all, we are human beings. You are not human being. You are a bunch of shit. Who signed it? They should tell us. Do you know that even 40 years on, after Obasanjo sold out Bekasi Peninsula to Cameroon, that nobody knew who signed the document? 40 years on, Obasanjo endorsed that Cameroon should block the border between Biafra land and Cameroon so they can be able to complete starvation agenda. That if they do that, they will give them Bekasi Peninsula. Do you know that 40 years on, nobody know who signed that document? Where were those of you? I said, hey, we want to know who signed it. It's my father that signed it. They are mad people. They are trying to cure you. My people will say, well, why are you azwa nwokoko? Nwokoko, why are you? Where was nwokoko? Why are you? I'm trying to make you wake up from your stupidity and your subconscious mind. No, who signed the document? No, your problem now, your target now is not how Biafra will come. Your problem now is that you are the bookkeeper or no, Secretary General of Ipob. You want to know who signed the document. George Onibe signed the document. So move ahead. Gawanilu. Oh God. Person will do us this thing, it no go better for them. The next person asked me, why asking us to vote? When we don't have PVC. Did you listen to that broadcast? In that broadcast, did you hear everybody now should go and vote for Buhari or vote for William Obiano? And now that, did you hear that? Go back and listen to that clip. It's online. It's online. Stop deceiving yourself. Those of you in Biafra land, you have your coordinators there. The Biafra land national coordinator is there. He's giving the instruction, and the instruction must be obeyed. We know what to do, and we will do whatever necessary for us to restore Biafra. But if you are not in Biafra land, this information, you are not privileged to it, and I cannot help you. There's nothing you can do about it. One of the things I was told in IPOB is you don't try to know everything. You don't try to know everything for your own security. And I abide by that. When DSS catch you, when DSS apprehend you, when DSS hold you, they have native doctor, they have Afa, they have every form of spiritualist, they are terrorists themselves. I will not say they have terrorists. There is nothing they don't have to torture you. But will I say what I don't know? What I don't know, I don't know. The information that is meant for you, take it at that level and sit that down. You go to mosque, one useless animal will stand up in the front of the whole mosque and begin to tell them, oh no, you will not say, Allah Akbar. Everybody will need that. Another monkey and babu will now give order, Allah Akbar, use your head, hit wall. All of them will use their head, hit wall. The same useless imam will tell them, Allah Akbar, all of you go and kill Biafra. All of them will start going to kill Biafra. Allah Akbar, seize all the whole way. They obey because Allah said so. They do not question. Here you have sense. Our leader saying Muchi. Na China na Japan. When they ask you to do something, you enable using your sense, patrolling everywhere, but there is no road in your village. Nonsense. Nonsense. Who owes you an explanation? The promise on this platform is to deliver Biafra, pure and holy like a bride, untainted. But believe me, there is more to come. Don't let your faith fail you. Do not allow your faith to fail you. They ask me, if election boycott that our leader, if election boycott that people died for, why campaigning we are called off? What are the benefits of those who died because of Biafra? You know, these are people who are not reasoning. I was not there in 1967 and 1970. I don't think my mother was even married then. Okay, yes, she was married then. Okay. But here we are standing in a gap for those people who have died. You think anybody who lose a cup of water for the sake of Biafra will go unrewarded? Jesus says to the disciple, let me tell you that nobody who has lost husband or wife, son or daughter, for my sake, will be forgotten. They will never be forgotten. You don't need to remind us. People don't know. One of my brothers have died in this struggle. I never said it till now. If you have the data of those people Nigerian has killed, go back there, you see the name of one of my brother. Do you know that Mazen and the Kano sister died the day the terrorist zoo invaded his house? Do you know they killed one of Mazen and the Kano sister? What of these people who have died? What of these people? If I am alive today, I know it is a gift from Chukwu Kikabiama. It is a privilege because I have encountered death time without number in the hands of friends and enemy alike. But I'm not here to count what I have lost. I am here to put my energy on what I want. And what do I want? Biafra. Hey, what did the people who died die? Hey, did they die for nothing? Who told you they will die for nothing? Then all of us die for nothing. If they die for nothing, all of us alive, we will die for nothing. People do not understand. And the next time sent to me and say, hey, what happened to a referendum now that the election boycott is valid? And now you begin to see, complicated question. We said there will be no election in Biafra land until a day of referendum is given. And now for you to be able to cover more ground, sometimes you need to pause. And now we are pausing for all these things to be harmonized. And I know one day our leader is going to come up and explain what has happened. And then you will see most of you who are yapping and who are afraid and who are trying to dissuade others. You will be the one who will begin to rejoice. I told people, I say, see, this Biafra we are fighting for, when Biafra is restored, it is those who are not fighting for Biafra that will make the announcement. And that is the truth. I remember when our leader was released in the prison, from the prison. I was in DSS custody then. But I knew, I told them something. I say, watch, it is those who are not member of IPOB that will tell you people the day Oga will be released. And that is how it was. When I came back, I say, who told you people? I think it was in Iguacha at that time. It was people in slaughter in Iguacha that were shouting, hey, they don't release IPOB, them Oga. These people are not IPOB members. But IPOB members don't know. That is when they say, okay, monu vumnanya. Mandiru, mande Nigeria, okay, monu ne vumnanya. I'm telling you to buckle up because the journey has just begun. Our deputy leader, Mazuchi Mefo, would say, it is convoluted. It is convoluted. I just want you to understand, because I will open the line and allow you to call and ask questions at the right time. But before then, I want you to know some of the questions that people have been asking me. There are so many. In fact, the whole day will not be enough to read them. But it really don't make sense to me. I see people who are yielding to the flesh. He that yield to the flesh will of the flesh reap corruption. But he that yield to the spirit will of the spirit lead eternal life. You think what we are doing here is a result of the fruit of the flesh? No way. No way. Do you know I stayed almost 15 years of my life? I never checked a poll. I lived in a community for 15 years. The people in this community don't know me. Because when I drive on my white car, they don't know that it's the same person that drives on the red car. When I walk on the street, they don't know that it's the same person who drives the white car or the red car. For 15 years, close to 15 years. Why am I bringing that up? I don't understand. What happened to referendum and the day? What is the date? Wait for IPOB leadership to tell you. Don't be faster than yourself. The next one said, number 7 said, if they fail to honor their promises, what will be our fate? But even a year-old baby know that Nigeria is insincere. Nigeria really do not have the capacity to be able to honor agreements. Nigerians are not honorable. I'm not changing my mouth. For you to come out and think that Nigeria will change tomorrow, I think that prophet is deceiving you. That is why we are here. Huh? Now, devil now say, okay, give me your first son and I will give you money. Of course, when you give your first son, he will give you money. He will wait for you to begin to enjoy the money. At the climax of your enjoyment, he will knock again and say, yes, I can see you are doing good. Now I need your wife. Yes, so you can enjoy further. And then you harden up, you give your wife with the intention that you are going to marry another wife. After all, that's your wife. To you, it has expired. You now give your wife. The Satan will leave you. You will now go and get what do they call it? A new girlfriend, new churches. You think you are deceiving anybody. And at the end of the day, your mind is you will marry a new babe. Because you have the money, you now marry a new babe. You are now shining. Satan will wait for you. 1 month after wedding, Satan will come and say, you see, the enjoyment is moving on. Am I correct? You say, yeah. He say, okay, now I need your particulars. You are bona. And then you have given all your children, you have given your wife, of course you married a new wife, and now he is going to take your manhood, so you will not be able to pregnant the woman. So you lose all. Anybody who trusts Nigeria is doomed and is doomed forever. And so if we have this knowledge, do you think we are stupid? And the next one say, okay, the 8th one say, is this demand for Biafra we are pursuing? No, this demand is for you well. No, the demand is for oil well, at least 3 oil well. Do you know how many oil well only Tiwa Danjuma have in the Che land, where he know nothing about? And if IPOB will negotiate for oil well, we are lower than Tiwa Danjuma, and this is not true. Biafrans, what I'm saying in effect is that those of you in Biafra land, an order will be issued by the Biafran Land National Coordinator. Of course, it has been already. Comply to it. We detain the tune because we pay the piper. We pay the piper not with money but with our blood. Of course, don't let anybody deceive you. This is not a business venture. I believe our leader, Mazen Nandekano, has more way to make more money without this. I believe Mazuchime have more reasonable thing to do with his life. Believe me, if you see where I'm doing this broadcast now, I'm putting only bossa. Only bossa. If you see the heat there. Now imagine if I'm working for the Nigerian government. You know what I will make there. But no, this place is not that. We're giving everything we want. What can you do? Give to get our comfort back. So Biafran people, I'm saying this. It's not as if it concerns me. I'm saying this to wake you up. There are people who are there. They are mocking you. Hey, you people are collecting money. Say, I told you. If you look at the platform, as I say, APC all the way, BBC all the way, BBQ all the way. You are not part of them. If you separate yourself from them, separate yourself from the hidden. If they are not Biafrans, they are not Biafran. If they are not IPOB, they are not IPOB. Let me tell you one truth now you must know. No matter how this person is a sympathizer to this struggle, if it's not an IPOB family, wear your lens, wear your medicated glass and observe them in every activity you have with them. What they say and what they do they really did not matter. No, I'm a Biafran, you know, but I'm not a member of IPOB. But India also, they are not with us. When they are with us, they will know. Have you seen Arewa or Duduwa deny their people because one Alamajiri is going to kill them? Do you know that if we do not do what we are doing now, this thing will continue? Do you know our parents suffer to make sure that we see the light of today? Do you know that if we ourselves have suffered more than our father? And do you know that if we do nothing about it, our children will suffer more than us? Have this at the back of your mind. No place in the world will save all of you. We know what is at stake. Across the globe, we know what is at stake when it comes to the Biafran issue. And believe me, it's not our intention to terrorize anybody. It's our intention to dehumanize. People know, Biafrans know that it's not in our way to suffer people. And so when I see Biafrans so disheartened, so heartless, I know they are not Biafrans. Nihina. Beauty of life is what we call human being. Mando. Have you not been to the lecture of Alida Mazen Nandekano? I'll be back in a minute. Tell him, Nora, if you have any question that is bothering you, of course you are free. I just need Biafrans, IPOB member to be free. And when you call to ask me your question, tell me the family you come from. But if you are not belonging to any IPOB family globally, you ask me question, I will give you typhoid fever. There are mad people. I'll be back in a minute.
We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Big few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Big few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this, then our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. That yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra is already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what we get charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say.
of course, at this moment, our lines are open, and the number to call is our WhatsApp line remains 081-828-16964. Our WhatsApp line remains 081-828-16964. And our direct line for the men is 081-221-52971. The direct line for the men, once again, is 081-221-52971. And the special number dedicated to the females, of course, when I mean the females, I mean our mothers, our father, our daughters, our aunties, our sisters, our grandmothers, female, remains 080-839-76412, 080-839-76412. And I must rather appeal to you, if you are a male, do not call the female line. But if you are a female, believe me, you have the right to call any number you like. If you are a female, you know my people will say, law. If you are a woman, call any of the line you like, whether was up or was down, was side, was left and right. Call any line as a female, I must assure you that. But if you are a male, remember where they put you. Law. You know, you will say ladies first. Ladies first. And I must appeal to our people, if I have not heard the line, if I have not called the line, stop calling my WhatsApp line. You are disrupting what I'm doing. I know this will give room to the enemy to begin to call the line when I'm on air. But I made this announcement because when you continue doing that, I will give you typhoid fever. Somebody's calling on my WhatsApp now, distracting everything I'm doing because I'm using the same phone to do what I'm doing. But this person is a Biafran and he should know better. I understand the feelings and I understand what you want to do, but exercise patience. It's very important. Two, I will not give you typhoid fever. I'm not happy. We are not smiling. No joy at all, at all. I'll be back in a minute. Our lines are open at this moment anyway. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, man. This one is the stars of Biafra. In Biafra land. We're gonna take some water away from our back province. Legend Rasta, Baba Chums. I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra.
Yes, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
My bishop.
Yes, I'm not your bishop. If no be say anointing touch me now, I forgive you typhoid fever. I never opened the line. You don't worry my life. I understand. That is why I didn't give you typhoid fever. Go ahead, please, my brother. The word is listening.
My name is Buko. I'm from New Haven Zone 1. Sir, I'm very, very happy for your enlightenment you just made now. I'm very, very happy because throughout the day for incident today, I have not gotten myself. These people has attacked us in every way in social media. They have even my friends, they are calling me. I was very, very angry when I had the call of, but all glory be to God because of its result, a success. And thank you for Mazen and the Kala for what he did. God should strengthen him, strengthen the leaders. Thank you, sir. For I was in the doubt, but now the spirit is back. Thank you, sir.
Of course, more complicated instruction will be given. That is why I respect Mazi Ubidi. He said, do you know we are eating shit here to make sure things go the way they are? Do you know we are eating shit? I ain't sick. I phone Andy buying where then somebody is telling me the election I want to boycott to get Biafra. Now it's going to give me Biafra. Boycott it. I mean, suspend the boycott. And then I'm crying. No, the enemy must have planted seed. We must be aware of how they operate. I took time to come down so low so everybody will understand. But believe me, they don't know what is coming for all of them. They don't know. The secret of the night is best known to the hour, my brother. Thank you very much.
Yes.
We must continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Yes, a caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Yes, my brother. Good morning. Go ahead. The word is listening.
My name is Amichu Boma from Delta North Province, Ndukwa Isabo.
Go ahead. Ajay, one name, mother.
Ajay, sir. Ajay, sir.
Go ahead, my brother, please.
I want to, yes, I'm very, very much happy for what the news I had. I want to use this opportunity to tell our brothers and sisters wherever they are that God, Chukwuike, have made everything possible for us. That nobody should feel bad because our leader, when he was in the prison, he stood for us. Not now that he's no more in prison that he will fail us. When he was in prison, is where he's supposed to fail us, but he did not. So everybody should keep calm and feel and rejoice, because I know Mazen Carlo, since he has been following this, he have never failed. Even the announcement he gave, he said any day he will turn his back to abandon the struggle, that whoever that is next should shoot him and another person should continue the struggle. So with that word alone, people should not lose faith.
Thank you very much. People must understand nobody's losing faith anyway, but some people are they are shivering and gingering, but we will kill all of them. We know their problem. Yes, caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, good morning, daughter of Zion.
God bless you. Which will God strengthen you for the good work you are doing for us. Which could God bless our leader. Mazen